Perfectly rehearsed. Hello and welcome to the 162nd Devstream. Perfectly rehearsed, guaranteed. Totally not going to be pure chaotic energy due to COVID and all of these things affecting the team.
Nothing bottled up inside.
Yeah,
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing of the sort.
Wait, what?
Like, I was off last week with COVID, so I haven't had a ton of time to plan. Megan was on vacation.
Doing it live.
We're doing it live.
All right.
It's a live stream, and the live is free.
So is the stream.
So is the stream. Oh my God, we're off to a great start. This is perfect. Welcome. Steve looking very tan. Steve, are you tan?
I've been going for walks in the morning, and I was listening to this book about a tiger.
Thank you for
And it's one of my favorite books I ever listened to.
about tigers.
And it's about the Amur tiger.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Any books to recommend before we get started?
No, I was just noticing this is the not tan side.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my pale arm. Oh man. All right. Welcome one.
I'm super tan.
Yeah, you guys are glowing.
Yeah.
The
Totally.
beard is like bringing it down too, though. Like not like.
And you're wearing dark clothing, so
Yeah.
you're just glowing over there, Steve.
I don't know. I think I'm. Let's see.
Yeah.
Chad, what do we think?
I don't think it's clothing. No.
I would say I'm the worst example. I don't leave my house, and I was in COVID lockdown. Nevertheless, no.
Thank you, Dean.
Whoa.
Here we go.
All right. Off to a good start. Welcome. We are going to talk for about an hour-ish more. We got a lot of
Half an
Warframes.
hour.
Half hour for Jeff. He has to leave to go tanning. He
Early
booked
Friday.
his-
Just got a scanning appointment.
Tanning. I threw my back out laughing. Oh, it's okay. It's going sideways. Okay, we're good. It's going to be a great stream. We have an hour-ish of Warframe to talk about. Jeff's leaving us halfway through. We got drops. We got laughs. We got alerts.
Alerts.
Before we start, there will
Herniated discs.
Yeah.
we do have general spoiler warning today. We are going to be going pretty deep on Angels of the Zariman to talk about what stuff's coming in the Echoes of the Zariman update, which is the follow-up update. So there will be a persistent spoiler reminder. There will be all that fun stuff. So just be aware, if you have not played the update, you're going to see things from it, such as characters and missions. So yes, heads up.
Very good. We got a Twitch drop.
Yes,
We
what's
got
the
a
drop?
Veiled Riven Cipher. If you watched the Better Stream primetime last night, you would have got Riven Sliver.
So you're telling me if I had watched both streams, I could have used those slivers for this?
Reb, that's exactly accurate.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much for bringing that up.
What's synergy?
What a
I
wonderful.
think Meg only joined this stream to promote primetime. That's all.
Something like that. I don't need to.
It's the funnel for
I just
me.
come fresh off of it. I'm sorry.
Funnel.
And then we also have Gift of the Lotus alerts. It's going to be an Orkin Catalyst blueprint and an Eximus weapon adapter loop.
What alerts did you guys do after primetime last night?
None.
Exactly.
It's like, shit, what did I not do?
Don't you forget it.
Wow.
I mean, I could set them up.
Oh, this is good times already. All right. We do have lots to talk about, and we're going to be going over, we're going to give you some dates for many things. The next update, and of course, a reminder, TennoCon's date was announced. So it's also a digital event this year. This area, other areas, we're going to be doing some lives, some TennoCon fun. This year it is July 16th, 2022. It's a Saturday. We'll give you more details later on what to expect. Of course, we will be showing you some of the digital pack stuff today, but save the date, get ready, TennoCon. The packs are coming. The day is coming, July 16th.
I always forget.
What do you mean?
Every year. It's like,
You forget it's happening.
never ready.
We're never ready.
For TennoCon?
Well, we get there, but
Yeah, yeah. We trip over the finish line.
It's fine. I was actually observing.
so the relays work this year.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Be in game for TennoCon.
Oh
A
yeah.
very early.
Heads up, if you log in now.
Or don't, so that maybe they work. I
Actually,
don't know.
Don't
Don't
log out until 10 o'clock.
Man, I was just so furious. Oh my God.
Rage.
So brutal.
Well, we'll try. Maybe we'll do a stress test this year or something. There's so many ideas.
It sure was a stress test.
Yeah, our stress was tested. Okay, all right.
We could do a primetime stress. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, actually we could.
We could.
Oh, see?
That's what
There's an agenda here.
We do have an agenda. This is off to a good start. We're going to show you the next round of TennoGen today. We're going to show you tons of QOL coming, new things coming in the next update. Let's see. We're going to show you some making of Void Angels. We're going to do lots.
Dean really wants to show an asset.
What asset do you want to show, Dean?
Your overview? I don't know.
Let's just do it.
Show something.
Show overview.
It sounds like it.
All right.
Oh, and there's a date there, Red.
There's a date. Dates are guaranteed. No, they're not. Expressed or implied. Dates may not occur. Like this. This is the plan. Tenno.
It's good to have goals.
It's good to have goals, Tenno.
Dates are optimistic.
We are bringing you the echoes of the Zariman update on all platforms, targeting June 9th. If that changes, we'll let you know. This is going to have new Incarnon Weapons, one of which we'll show you today. It's also going to have new Arcanes, new Ephemeras. We'll show you all this today. We're going to have some Operator and Void Sling changes, some Eximus Overguard changes. We're going to have Zariman mission changes to have new little wrinkles in the form of Lohk Surges, which I will show you today, and much, much, much more. This stream is largely dedicated to going over all this, but there's plenty more to cover. So don't go anywhere, especially because there's a drop.
Of available roadside.
You bet. All right, but Angels of the Zariman is live. It's been in your, adjust my mic up towards my mouth.
I think it's hitting your shirt.
Hitting my shirt, that seems inevitable.
I learned yesterday that the tea I like at the sushi place that I like has roasted rice in it. Have you ever had this green
No.
tea with roasted rice
Roasted
in it?
rice.
No.
Yeah.
Are there chunks of it?
How did you find out?
Someone told me when I was describing that it's nutty, it's green tea, but it's nutty. And they said, oh, it's just got the roasted rice in it. It has a name I can't pronounce.
I'm kind of fascinated. Actually.
Oh, there's someone in chat already said
Yeah?
it. Yeah.
Chat, can we
I wanna
get
try
the
this.
Yeah,
lore drop on
genmatcha.
roasted? Genmatcha. Genmatcha.
Genmatcha.
Genmatcha.
Yes, that's what I'm drinking.
Yeah.
I know
Thanks.
people wanted to know.
Did someone ask?
Yeah. Who asked?
Who
Plus
asked?
L,
Plus L,
ratio.
plus you fell off.
All right. Steel Path on Dormazone on PS4 still locked. Fix is coming for that probably in the June 9th update.
Yes, it is.
Yep. So we'll fix that soon. You don't need to steel path your apartment. That's not the design intent, to do hard mode apartment.
I mean, it's no different than normal mode. So.
Well, you don't know that.
Can be hard.
Hidden feature. All right. Let's go right into, actually, you know what? Let's do a little bit of Angels of the Zariman, just more artistic side of it. The update name had some implications, but there's one part of the update that we didn't talk about at all until it went out. And now, sometimes in dev streams, we used to show things before they went out, like concept art and stuff. And I just wanted to show some of the really beautiful angel concepts we had, now that it's in your hands, just to talk a little bit about the making of there, because they are so cool, and I think our players will appreciate this art. So, we knew we wanted Void Angels in the update. We wanted them to sort of be a hidden, secret, boss, bigger threat style enemy, and we had a lot of concepts for them that are just incredible. So this is really just a art feast for those of you watching. We went with a much more sleeker female version, silhouette style by the end of it, I think just based on the established decorations throughout the level, you know, in the new war and everything. They really had that sort of haunting presence.
I think the environment art deserves a lot of the credit because
Yep.
they kind of set the whole idea up
Yep.
when they were kind of
Absolutely.
exploring that kind of idea as a background to the Zariman, and I think Marco did these, and he kind of
Correct.
took that asset and then had to develop them to be actual functional characters.
Yeah, because like you said, the environment art, we had these clearly humanoid things in there, and then we kind of knew we wanted them to come to life as an enemy. So we have many, many different pieces of art here for you to feast on. And then, of course, other things were derived from the angel visual language, such as the plumes. So we had to go
Had
all...
an Excalibur there.
A
What
little,
size?
It's like
Banana size.
someone hit his head like down into his neck. or
it's
A little chunkier, but
what's wrong? Clumsy.
is that bad or what?
Yeah, I don't understand. Is something wrong with short people, Jeff?
What?
Something you want to say?
No,
Always looking down on us, Jeff.
that's why I was moved to the end. Scale-wise, I'm a better bookend.
It's just the angle.
Interesting, interesting. You sound threatened by 5 feet.
I was demoted, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Very well. Anyway, so we had lots of really fun art takes with those. We were going to do different headpieces and such, but we ended up going with...
I think the idea was, as Jeff said, it was fractals in the environment.
Yes.
And then it just said, well, wouldn't it be cool if they came alive?
Yes.
And then it just kind of went from there. It was really awesome.
Yeah, and we wanted to be suggestive of what happened to people left behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Suggestive?
Well, we were with the new war anyway.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yep, and now, of course, that we're back there, we get more. All right. Let's, can you bring up the slide again titled Recap, just so we can talk a little bit about where we're going to go next from here? I think we'll go right into, oh, you know what? The prior one you already did with the date on it. Just, I want to talk about the new Cavalero offerings first. So we'll talk about those weapons. So one of them is a shotgun. You know, we'll not show that one in game here today, but we do have the art from last stream. So if you recall, we're going with a very sleek looking shotgun. This will be launching with Echoes of the Zariman, as well as a dagger, which you have already seen, I think, the asset, but you haven't seen it in game yet. So we'll take a look at that. This is the Inodem. You can come over to my gameplay, Dean, if you'd like. The Inodem is here. I'm missing an icon, but don't worry about that. It will behave similar to all the sort of evolving Incarnon weapons. You'll have to do some challenges. You'll get to pick your perks. And it turns into a much more sinister and larger blade. So I know Dean can prepare that if you want to cue that up.
Or do
There's
we
the,
have, like, a cool
the
video?
Incarnon form sword. No, we have the, pardon?
There's only the dagger. We don't have any other art.
The sword form? The sword form?
Just this.
Yeah, that's the sword form.
Yeah.
You didn't show that.
Yeah, you did.
When?
You were playing. You were
Oh,
playing.
I did. Oh, I see. Sorry. Okay, I'm looking at this monitor. Don't at
You
me.
have to have one eye on each monitor.
I can't. I'm not an
What?
emerald
You can't?
tiger.
You can't?
I'm not a tiger.
Oh yes, the more tiger can do that.
Oh, it can.
Oh,
Can it?
no.
No.
Oh, okay. Right. So you'll get this much longer, sinister metallic blade once it transforms.
It looks like a straight up angel arm.
It does.
Like, just,
Interesting that you say
oh,
that.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean
Oh
to
my
say.
God.
It looks like
It's
a.
a juicer commercial. They're setting each other up again.
It was an accident. All right. We have some ephemeras coming that you will be able to earn from Cavalero. We'll go take a look at his shop after just so you can see things to spend your standing on. If you start having too many pinions that you don't know what to do with them, there's going to be some cosmetics available for you. So 2 ephemeras are coming. I'm going to go Necros just for the ultimate sensation, I would say.
Sensation.
I think it's a sensation.
Okay.
What appearance will we give
Oh
him?
no.
What?
I don't know. I just feel like I'm being set up.
You're not being set up.
You're gonna love it.
Pablo,
set up
because I
this-
haven't seen this yet, and Pablo was like, no, show it live.
It's so good. You don't understand. All right, so there's 2 new ephemeras coming. They're earned through standing, and you can craft them. The first one is going to be the Seraphire ephemera. So they're highly, highly driven, oopsies,
Oopsies.
by the Void Angel designs and the fractals and the energy there. So if I give them some random colors, this one has, like you can see the metallic bits around the waist there, and it'll have void energy. So very, very, very exciting. And in motion, they just look incredible. So this one is more of like a harness of just pure raw, Zariman void energy. And then we have the Wrapped Wing ephemera, which effectively gives you a second pair of void hands behind you. So these will move with you. They're, let me see here. There we go. So these
How do you
arms,
feel, Josh?
Okay, I get it now, Pablo. I get
they're
it.
awesome. They look so cool. Wait until I do my motion here. Are you ready? Actually, I don't know if he will do it. Necros, why? But you get these basically,
They don't run idols when you're in this menu.
fix it.
Oh yeah, when you.
Well,
you
we
have to
did
equip
on
it
purpose
and
that, that they wouldn't move when you're
Yeah.
customizing. So
Yeah. So anyway, these are like a second pair of ephemeral arms. It's 6-arm Nidus, honestly. Yes.
it is. Yeah.
It is, and it looks, actually, I wonder if I can just post a capture after, but they move with you. Oh, look at that. So sick.
I don't know.
It's pretty cool.
How do you
It's
feel?
pretty cool.
Okay, it's pretty good.
I don't know how they even did that. It's pretty cool.
It's wild. It's so, like, they're basically the angel arms, and of course they'll take on your customization colors and stuff, but it is effectively a second set of arms, and it just looks so good. I just love it so much.
The effects on them are very nice too.
Yeah, the effects are cool.
Yeah, really, really great job by the team with these, and yes, they will be available for earning. You gotta craft them.
I wonder what skin would give you the most arms.
Nidus,
right?
for sure. Nidus. Let's take a look. We're gonna have the most arms ever seen on one Devstream.
There's that the Nova.
Yeah,
Oh, the Nova, but
Yeah.
that's only on cast. You get the extra,
Yeah, but still, that's a lot of arms.
the Asuri skin, right?
It's transient, but lots of arms.
Transient, but many.
Do you want a lot of arms for a little bit?
Yeah.
Or a lot of
You
arms?
can have. Yeah, let's get some arms here. Oh yeah, we got arms.
Yeah, we got arms.
Yeah, we got arms. Let's see here. Okay, this is. Oh, come on!
If you go back one, he'll do idols on that one. No, one more, sorry.
I have to pick an animation. Let's do. I thought the Necros one would look cool, but maybe I'm just old-fashioned.
In that one, in this menu, they do the idol breaks.
I know, but he's not going to do his unarmed idol, which is one I wanted. Right? Actually. Anyway.
Are you in dev mode? Just do force disarm,
Oh yeah.
and then he'll play.
I'm not in dev mode actually because reasons.
I think Pablo set you up too. There's no idols playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, can maybe,
Where the hell are the idols, Pablo?
I thought they did in this.
We're
one.
all just staring
Like
at the
this,
screen.
No one leaves the Devstream until he does an idol.
Okay, let's just
Try
stand there.
unequipping your
and look.
primary, and then hover over primary, and it should show without it.
Oh my god, this is turning.
There you go. And then he'll do it now.
Will he?
Will he? Because we're not leaving the stream until he does it.
I think he equipped the secondary now, because I can see in the
I know,
cam.
I see the secondary
not
too.
Yeah.
All right, there's an idol.
There's an
Oh, that looks so good.
That's cool.
All right,
Oh,
these ephemeras are yours to earn by talking
yeah,
to a
okay.
character that'll spoil it soon.
Okay, it was worth the wait. I was getting nervous.
I was getting nervous too. That could have backfired immensely. All right, so let's go talk to Cavalero real lickety split quick and talk about the new stuff he's bringing.
Are you gonna switch your frame for demo?
I'm going to switch my frame. We'll put Reno back on. I hate to alarm the community, but this Devstream has verified that I need a new prescription for my glasses. I don't want to alarm anyone, but I can barely
But I can't see.
You're not,
But I can't see. I used
your
to be able-
glasses or your contacts?
I have contacts in. I used
Yeah.
to be able to do this, but not only have I thrown at my back, but I also can't see.
Wow.
So
Space grandma. That's so cute.
we are working on a landing craft, a new one. It's not a skin. This is the landing. It's so cute. This
teeny.
you actually can see this right here. There's his brothers. Yeah,
Little baby.
little baby, little baby brothers.
Little Zariman shuttle.
Little Zariman shuttle.
That's awesome.
So players saw that and said that would make a cool, cool skin or a cool landing craft. It will be coming with its own design. So its own, what do we call the ability? They're just abilities, right?
The
Yeah,
life
it has its
life
own.
support.
Yeah.
It has its own thing, and it also has like a few variants on
Yeah.
on the skin.
Yeah, and it's small.
With the light.
We'll see about, if its size changes between Devstream and Woods. But it is small and it is adorable, so maybe we'll keep it small.
We did say it was going to be a democratic stream, so
Yeah.
chat, do you want to keep it small? Or do you want it to become big?
Yeah. Chat, you can decide if
You
we
want
should.
big boy
Actually,
or small?
no small shaming on this stream, so maybe we should keep it.
I don't small shame.
I'm feeling small shame.
I could run a poll.
No.
Small.
We don't need a poll when it's this much of a
Yeah, it's
small.
all small.
Huge? That was not an option. Tiny. Moderate.
Oh.
Do you want me to tell them what the design of the thing is?
Yeah.
It basically reveals, like, you know how Golden Instinct finds one rare thing in the level? This reveals all the rare things in 100 meters.
Yeah. So you can use it on 10-minute cooldown still, right?
Yeah, it's in the same cooldown as the
Yeah.
rest. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do that. You can get yourself some loot awareness within 100 meters, and away you go. It's a treasure hunting ship. All right, we're going to talk to Cavalero because he's bringing lots of new stuff. So like I mentioned, the ephemeras will be in his shop. You can get the blueprints and you can craft them with resources you've earned over your time on the Zariman. He's going to be bringing a pile of new arcanes as well as the final two for the ones we've shown you of the Incarnon Weapons. So the Inodem, which is the dagger that turns into the longer blade, and then the Fellarx, which is the shotgun that will you can probably screen cap that, but I guess it won't be much of a surprise. But those
Yeah,
are
I think there's 5. There's 2 amp ones, 2 Warframe ones, and the secondary
Yes.
one.
Do you want to talk about the arcanes, and I can
Yeah.
first up of the
I'm
new.
going to do,
Just go in the order you have there.
just go in the order. Okay, we got Eternal Onslaught,
All right.
which is our new one. This is an amp one. You can read it. On energy depleted, plus 210% critical chance for 8 seconds. You can put that on your amps. And
Yeah,
then we
this
got-
one is pretty good for like synergy with like Madurai, for example. You use the Void Strike, and then you run out of energy immediately, and now you have a whole bunch of crit.
Yes.
We love more crit. And our other amp one is the Eternal Logistics, and this one is for on your, there you go, on Void Sling, plus 72% ammo efficiency for 8 seconds. And we are going to show more Void Sling changes.
Yes, we are. And then
Next one's a Molt Augmented. Yeah. On kill, this is a Warframe one. On kill, 0.24% ability strength stacks up to 250.
yeah, so you're just going to be hopefully doing a lot of killing and then keeping your strength up, keeping your stacks going.
Yeah, it's meant more for like long-term, longer missions. So as you basically get kills, we'll build it up, or you can get something that's starts a little. Either like for shorter missions, you can choose a different augment that's a little more front-loaded.
Yeah.
For the other amp one, I think like one of the main things I was seeing, like some of the amps I think is it called Kloptra?
The Clapjaw, that's 7, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most used one of the most used part for amps, and that one has quite a bit of ammo starvation, so it works really well
Right.
with this one. Just Void Sling, and you got like a whole lot of ammo, and then Void Sling like every few seconds, and you can kind of keep up your ammo much better.
Yeah. So that will be, and one more or 2 more?
I've got 2 more. We got Molt Reconstruct.
Ah, yes.
Heal yourself and allies 10 health.
Like I
for
said, I
each point.
can't read, so okay, there we go.
10 health for each point of energy spent on abilities. So you're just
Right, and so these numbers are not are still
Yeah.
placeholder. This one, I know some testers have said that this is too scary, so I might change it.
Dev's subject to change, dev build.
always.
And last but not least, Cascadia Flare, I think?
Cascadia
Yeah, okay.
Flare. You're so right. Secondary. Heat, status, effect, plus 12%. Again, placeholder. Damage for 10 seconds stacks up to 480%.
Yeah. So you can get yourself a ride here. And with the amp ones, there's one thing we should mention. So right now, your amps only have 1 arcane slot, but we are giving you an item that Cavalero will sell where you can add a second slot for you to apply 2 amp arcanes. So if you have an amp you really like and you want to invest in it, you can come grab the amp arcane adapter, and then you'll be able to double arcane. So for instance, if you like both of the ones we showed you today, well, just put one of those in and you can use them both. So if you want this one and this one, you can slot. So this is going to be an item. You can just grab it for standing, and away you go.
There you go.
So this is all coming in the Echoes of the Zariman update as well. So if this interests you, your first stop should be going to Cavalero to grab either the new weapons, the new amps, or the new amp adapters, new arcanes, or ephemeras. So he'll have a whole bunch of new stuff for you to grab.
Love it.
Yeah, there is going to be another way for you to, if you've started to accumulate a lot of resources, and you're wishing you could talk to Yonta more, because frankly, who doesn't wish that? I know I do every day of my life. Yonta will have a system similar to what Grandmother has in Deimos, where she will allow you to trade miscellaneous items for void plumes. So right now, if you have an excess, and again, these values are potentially placeholder changing, so understand the idea, not the finer balancing details yet. But you'll basically be able to, on a scheduled shop, which you see here, exchange some resources for some void plumes. So whether you come in and realize you can grab yourself perhaps a void plume down because you have the resources to do so, that's what this is. So yeah.
Nice little quality of life.
Turn those resources into void plumes. Yes, so that's coming there. I'm trying to think of who else we can visit while we're in here. Maybe we'll go to Quinn to talk a little bit about some other QOL that's coming as well. We're adding another tier of bounty to the front loaded of it, so it's not going harder, it's going a bit easier. So there will now be 5 bounty tiers. And as a result, we've split the final prior 2 tiers into their own ones. So now the Iliac and the Hespar drop as independent rares. So instead of both of them being rare drops for the highest bounty, we've split it down the middle, and now the rare reward is unique per hard tier bounty. And then at the very front, you'll find an easier entry-level bounty for folks. So there will always be 5 bounties coming. Yeah. These additions are awesome. Thanks. Glad you like them. Yeah. What's mean amp? You should play more quests to find out. That is a question for you. But yes. Beards for drifters. There it is.
Oh,
Beards.
yeah.
Beards.
Jeff, you gotta leave or?
Yeah.
I'm fairly anti-beard.
I was actually rewatching The Emissary the other day. So if you ever played Nightwave Emissary, and we gave the character the best villain mustache ever, and I was surprised. Maybe I just forgot, but we didn't ever the facial hair on Kenga. He has the villain mustache and the beard.
Yeah.
Where's that for
Where'd
our
it go?
operators?
I don't know.
Anyway, Quentin.
Sounds like it's coming soon.
I don't know. I was looking at
More facial hair, the better,
I agree. Beards. All right, we're going to talk about, we'll do this bounty just to show off a little bit of one of the systems we alluded to on the slide, which is Lohk Surges. If you please, Pablo.
Yeah, so basically we're adding one more kind of like a dynamic gameplay thing to all the missions in Zariman. Essentially, you'll find, like you see in the picture there, you'll find, well, I guess if you go in game, we can see it.
But before we go in game then, we're adding another quality of life thing.
Oh,
If you-
that
once
one.
you choose a bounty, so if you are talking to Quinn and you select a bounty, he makes a
Yeah.
portal for you now, so you can just
Pretty cool.
Y'all lazy people who don't want to make the walk.
yeah.
Less walking.
Let's talking. There's a portal now, and
Yep.
the same logic applies on return. If you succeed at a bounty, you come back out. The portal will be in this area for you to go back to Quinn if you want. But that portal's coming. So
If you do skip that walk, though, when are you going to listen about tigers, though?
yeah, that's true.
I got a lot of information about tigers to share.
All right. So let's take a look at find and activate one Lohk Surge Rift. So I will do that then. You can talk about it.
Yeah, I think, I mean, obviously we're still tweaking this, but I think right now we have 3 per mission, and they're going to just be spread around, and essentially they're like beneficial, but also have like a little bit of risk, a little bit of bite.
All right.
So
I'm going to leave the data mass here and go do it and see what happens.
Okay, that's not exactly a mobile. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to deposit it and be like,
No!
YOLO!
See ya.
Dumped it on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, so basically once you activate them, they give you a buff. Right now we have 6 different buffs, and they're like different stuff. So for example, there's like infinite ammo, or like infinite energy, guaranteed crits with red guns. Then there's some that are like not limited in time, but like that last a long time. So for example, I think there's like pick up health orbs to gain 25 max HP for the rest of the mission. So if you can sort of coordinate that with the Necros, for example, you can get some pretty crazy numbers. So you see the little hand there, and the icon changes based on what the buff will be. And don't worry too much about the presentation. There's still a few things that we're working out.
Twitchy hand.
I like the twitchy hand.
The twitchy hand is on purpose, but it should be open at this point. Anyways, you'll see some offset stuff. Doesn't matter. But once you activate it, you're going to be met by a friend that is not very friendly.
All right.
Do it.
All right.
Actually, it's an enclosed space, so it's actually kind of like a terrible
Very.
place to be finding
Okay,
this.
so health
So-
orbs. Oh,
there
God.
you go. So that's the one I was telling you about. Health orbs increase max XP, and that spawns this little friend, which didn't last too long. But yeah, basically, whenever you trigger them, you get an Eximus, and you get the buff. And they have a certain duration. I think right now we have them at, like, most of them are like 30 seconds, if I remember correctly. They have a 10-minute cooldown, so once you activate it, you can come back 10 minutes later and activate it. And like I said, there's 3 of them, so, and they all give different buffs. So depending on what you find, you shall receive things like that.
Yeah, so if you're playing in a squad with a group that you know you're going for an endurance run, remembering where they are, going to them, activating them, repeat every 10 minutes is basically a new additional way for you to benefit greatly from the void within the mission itself. Let's see. All right. And we do know that fast travel in the menus exists, but some people wanted a menu-free way to get from point A to point B in the Chrysolith. So that's where that portal comes in and makes use of the portals, which we've already been,
Speaking of fast travel, I'm going to go.
All right, bye. See ya.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
When it comes time for that vote, the answer is no, by the way.
What?
So,
What vote?
bye, guys.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
Do we talk a little bit about Eximus? Is
Yeah,
he just
go right
killed one
for
in
it.
2 shots?
Yeah.
So we are adjusting the difficulty of Eximus. Essentially, we're changing Overguard to be not exactly half of what it is on live right now. So basically, we're cutting it in half, and then we're adding some health back. It is 50% health back, but that's not the same. So that's one of the confusions that we were talking internally. The numbers are kind of confusing. Imagine you have a watermelon and half an orange.
I'm imagining. I'm
And
trying to play and imagine this.
Oh my god, I love this.
I take away half a watermelon, I give you half an orange. Is that kind of what happened? So,
Put that right in the patch notes.
There's a very good chance you're going to make me fail this mission with your insane fruit cup. Yeah.
so basically, it is taking half and giving half, but it's of a different amount. So they end up being, with considerably less effective HP.
Mag procs, Pablo. What about mag procs on the cracks? How do you feel about
The
those?
mag procs, yeah, actually, that's another thing. We're looking at the mag procs. Essentially, right now, the mag proc will take all your energy, which we don't like. So we're changing it to be just 100 energy if you get hit. I do like that we're also like looking a little bit into like how readable it is when you're gonna get hit. But we do like that it has a bite. That there is not like, in this case, she rolled right into it. So
I'm trying to mag proc.
I don't think that was
Bob.
my
Still thinking about the watermelon.
Still thinking about watermelon.
the watermelon was the one. Anyways, we're changing it so instead of like taking
My
all your
brain
energy,
is
it
not
just takes
working
50.
today.
Watermelon.
I have COVID long term.
Just takes 100. Sorry.
Sorry, I cut you off. My brain is on its last legs right now, but I'm doing what I got to do. Right, so yes, lots of discussions there. You basically said Overguard have moved to health, but watermelon oranges. I'm trying to recap it, but I don't really.
Yeah.
Why I heard watermelons and oranges?
Overguard on Eximus, to be noted. We haven't really changed it, and in the tracks we might. It's still like still up for debate right now. Personally, I feel like maybe what will change more with tracks is like the amount that's spawned. You can see in this mission, like it just seems like too much, especially for solo. So that's probably more where we're gonna go with the tracks. But with the tracks, we are changing it so that the magnetic proc that they do only takes 100 energy instead of all your energy.
Yeah.
Right, because watching me struggle on a live stream is just it's the perfect recipe. I blame it because I can't see. I can't see my energy. I can't see anything. Yeah, the full magnetic energy thing is just too punishing. If I had Iron Skin, I would have been alive, Pablo. You killed me.
All
is
thanks to
why.
the watermelon.
This is you. My rhino died.
You got lots of cool void slinging around.
Oh
by the
yeah,
way.
so Void
Yeah.
Sling. We
Right.
can talk about that now as well. So we have added some movement options to it. So right now, when we first released Void Sling, it was all reticle based, but one of the things we're adding to it is it'll be strafe based, so your character facing, so your WAS movement will inform your traversal, or your reticle if you just play with, that by default. But if you do like strafing in air and you want to go where your character is going, you can do all that as of 1.1.
So instead of always just going wherever your camera is facing, which is predominantly forward, you can now go backwards, side to side, and then when you're in the air, you can strafe back and forth.
Yeah, that's
for
cool.
Increased movement. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, side to side.
Yeah, which is, I mean, if you, depending on how you play, you might not notice this. If this is something you liked about the old movement, then it's back for you. So it's really at the end of the day, the user will benefit from it if that's something that they wanted back. I haven't put the date.
Well, they're noticing a new operator skin.
Oh, we'll talk about that after.
The other thing that will not be in 1.1, but we are working on, is improving some of the collision checks during the Void Sling. Right now, you can see the little projectile that travels. Sometimes that will go through, but once you actually sling, maybe some physics will catch you along the way.
Yeah.
Like maybe
Like that.
the classic example. Yeah, that's a good example there. So, anyways, we are working on that, but that won't be for 1.1. It does require quite a bit more work.
Yeah, so if you see your endpoint go through there, you should feel like you go through there, but you get
Yeah.
blocked. So that'll be
Yeah,
something.
the endpoint will be more accurate to what you're actually gonna do.
Yeah. Right, so that is coming. So that's some Eximus talk, Overguard talk, Thrax magnetic proc talk. We showed the Lohk Surges. What else is there in this mission particularly? Anything to show?
I don't think so.
All right,
I think you're killing it.
I'll just. Oh, I don't have dev mode on. Abort. No easy.
No cheats, no cheats.
No cheats. We'll abort. I'll take the L. That's fine. We'll go back to my orbiter. What about transference cooldown? That's actually a slightly more complicated one for a number of reasons. One of the things that shipped with Angels of the Zariman was client authoritative transference execution. So prior to this update, if you were ever wanting to pop out your operator, you would be at liberty of the host's ping to let you do that.
The network transmission time. Yeah.
Yes, so we moved it all to be client-side, and there's no intentional delay by design. So what we're doing is we're taking a very deep look to make it more responsive. So the broad way of addressing the transference cooldown is sort of clarifying that there's no intentional cooldown. There's means to keep it client authoritative, which was something that we wanted to do for the benefit of the multiplayer game, but we need to go a lot deeper to just make it more responsive, which is what we're doing.
I think there's also like a little bit of confusion. Some of the footage I've seen for the cooldown are based on when you have the node for the smashing down.
Yes.
And that one was adding extra, like an extra delay because it was checking for if you were doing the melee dash. That one has been fixed and I think it has been shipped already.
That was the Naramon specific one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've seen still quite a bit of footage saying, talking about the cooldown while using that bugged version. So that is gone. But in changing it to client, it's kind of tricky because in changing it to client, it's now faster for clients even than it was before. Like, but it did make it for host, like it has a bit of a delay, which we are working on. But the problem is to fix that is a very we have to go and change the
plumbing.
foundation and the plumbing of the whole
Which
thing.
we
so.
are going to do.
Yeah.
We're not going to give you a timeline and say everything's going to be absolutely the best and most perfect update Echoes of the Zariman, but we see your feedback. We know what we need to do to get everything to like the ideal state. I think it feels better overall. So we're going to keep making it better.
I used to use it as a way to check if I had lag. So to me, it feels much faster.
Yeah.
But it is true that as host, it can feel slower, and especially if you had that Naramon bug, then that one
The
was
Naramon bug was a
that one was
straight
really
up
big. Yeah.
case, which was hard to know that you had that because it's not very obvious what was causing it.
Yeah, it's like 600 milliseconds right now, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're working on it. Improvements will be noted in patch notes. Rest assured, or rest aware. I don't know. Some word that signifies.
Insert words here.
Yes, that's how all streams should go. Just insert the words. All right, we're going to talk about other. So what else for Zariman should we cover for QOL? I think that's a pretty thorough deep dive into the first slide we presented, which was basically, hey, we got new stuff coming. We got
Not Zariman related, but we do have some QOL for the Grendel.
Oh, yes.
The Grendel missions that we've done.
Grendel missions.
Bring up this slide, the QOL.
No, not yet. For the Grendel missions, we are tweaking those for just, I think, long-term feedback, but with the changes to enemy Eximus also relevant.
Yeah, so culmination of that feedback, we've reduced the defense mission specifically from 15 to 10 waves, and then we're lowering the AI level of those missions to 25 to 30 in that bracket.
And speaking of that, Eximus always spawned over the level cap, which
Right.
we've also changed. So if you went into a mission expecting a range was 25 to 30, Eximus would actually be higher than the ceiling.
Yeah.
And that's not just for Grendel, that's in general.
Yeah.
The whole
So
game, That's like
Yeah.
beginning of time.
Since the age of dinosaurs.
code, yeah.
I actually wanted to show something regarding Arcanes. I don't know if this is all making the Echoes of the Zariman update, but this is just something that's coming, so I want to make everyone aware of it with Arcanes. So right now, Arcanes have often 3 attributes to them. So if we take the example of Arcane Fury, oops, I can't type, can't see, everything's fine. If we take the example of Arcane Fury, at max rank, we are dealing with a 60% chance for 180% melee damage for 18 seconds. So if you have an unranked one, which I guess I can just break down, or I can just look at the chart here, you're going to notice something here. If you look on the live build, there's 3 stats that are kind of at their floor when you have the first rank of Arcane. And we're changing this almost for every Arcane.
it's mostly for the old school ones.
Old.
Most of the newer ones were already like this. Like all of the Zariman ones were already like this. Essentially, we don't want all 3 stats to go up with the rank because then the lower rank essentially is too weak. So most people will never really use one when it's at rank 0 or rank 1 because it's too weak. So with this now, only one of the stats will increase every time, and all the other stats will already be at the level of the ceiling, essentially.
Yes.
So that way, basically all of those arcanes that you might have from the, especially the ones from like the original batch,
Yes.
those now basically at base are stronger, but at max are essentially what you already see on live. So that wasn't changed. I think it's a lot. I think it was like 45
Yeah,
or something that
yeah.
we're changing. I think
Yeah.
we
That's why I'm like, I'm not sure if it's every old one, but it's close, and I'm also not sure. Most of it is likely coming with 1.1. Patch notes will have final details. Just be aware that this is something that's happening.
Yeah.
Yes, and there's other QOL coming with 1.1. Or I say 1.1, that's our internal name. 31.6, Echoes of the Zariman, is the name the players should care about.
much easier to remember for them.
I know.
Much
1.1.
catchier.
1.1.
1.1 is not correct. We're going to take a look at our first open world, the Plains of Eidolon.
Oh, what a time.
Steve is here, so obviously we should talk about graphics.
Oh, yeah.
But we should talk about something else that's coming to our.
They're gonna see something first. Let's talk about that. I think,
Let's see if they can
What
find
are they
it.
going to see?
because it's gonna be like right in front of them. Because
It might not.
I think
I don't think it is.
well,
saw a
unless
video-
they
I
were
saw a video
extremely
that's-
fast by the direction I gave this morning, I don't think they have. But I don't know if we're talking about the same thing.
I'm talking about blink pads.
Yeah, there's one like right in front of you, and it's gigantic.
All right, we'll take a look. It's pre-processing because I synced, so I don't know what's going to happen. But we're going to the... What could blink pad mean? Let's see how smart the community is. You heard me say blink pad.
Yeah.
I look for your... oh!
Hey, baby.
Baby boy.
Who's that baby?
Cute.
All right, so we are out on the plains of Eidolon, and there is now a blink pad.
Nothing new.
You think they'll
nothing
see
to
it?
see.
You think they'll notice?
Do you think they'll notice? Do you think they'll notice that? Do you notice
yeah,
that?
So subtle.
Do you think they'll notice? Do you think they'll notice?
Blink and you'll miss it, says someone.
Oh, very good.
All right. There are hand-placed blink pads now throughout open worlds. So you can travel to ones that are appropriate for your objective at a given time. Let's see. Let's go to Sieve. Isn't that like Twitch slang? Sieve mauled. Let's go to the Sieve. Obviously, the Omni has informed a lot of the choices here for you Railjack. Oh, this is where we wanted to go. It's perfect.
Perfect.
Sieve.
You don't actually have to go to the pads to use it. The pads, obviously, you can do it, but you can also press and hold M, and you can use it from there. So wherever you might be, you can use them. And essentially, it's just like generally like we do things. We're kind of like seeing, okay, a lot of players just get on Arcwing and then just press forward and tap shift every now and then for 25 seconds to cross the whole thing.
You can
Might
do
as
that
well
still.
give them a quick way to
Just,
do
yeah,
it.
that's
So-
exactly.
Yeah.
Save them some time.
You are absolutely
Yep.
able to still fly around if you love the way this feels. I love the way, I love being up there, using my Arcoplasma from the sky. Never going to complain about that. But if you ever want to, maybe if you're newer and you don't have your Arcwing yet, like there's just a lot of conveniences in those scenarios. So this is going to be on all open worlds?
It is on all of them.
Yes, but for launch.
It is.
Yeah, so.
And yeah, the visuals are being tweaked still, but that's you get the overall idea.
All right, Steve.
Oh yeah, I think also, I mean, we've been doing some small landscape upgrades as well. Getting ready for future updates that we're not ready to talk about yet, but that has been rolled into the old stuff, so you can see at a distance now. It doesn't just turn into solid color clay, and the night.
Want me to change the time of day?
If you can do 11 o'clock or something.
Who is Nav Ghost? Please get out of my squad. I need to. One of our devs is unaware I'm streaming right now.
Yeah,
I need
that's
to turn
fine.
dev mode on.
Yep.
So, all right.
Whoops.
All right. You want me to set time of day?
Sure.
Anything in particular? Let me
Like,
get,
sure, like 11 or something.
Classic 11.
is that when you go for your tiger walks?
That's when I go for my tiger walks. Yep.
Ah.
But yeah, you can just see there's a lot more like textural detail, especially in the distance LODs, because all these hills fall back to these lower LODs. On live, this is literally just orange. There's no grain or grit or anything at all to it. And then if you set time of day back to like 0 or like 1, you can see that the lighting would never pop like this for night lighting situations like this, because our sky and our light maps are all collapsed together in the same drawing pass, which meant that we would tint all this stuff into dark blue and you wouldn't see any of this cool stuff. So the night's going to be a lot more vivid, and the distant views and all the landscapes, all the outdoor stuff is going to be a lot more detailed, close up and far away. Yeah.
They're here, right? Look down, yeah, like looking down that was really cool. No, like the mountain in the distance.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
Ah.
Really
You can just see a lot more of the original textures are being preserved and that sort of thing. So yeah.
Excellent.
We should share some screenshots because I bet that Twitch compression is
Yeah,
destroying
yeah.
I
I
can't
mean,
go that
the screenshots we'll put into the patch notes, I hope, so
Yes.
we can kind of see. But even that hill over by that factory is just on live. If you look at it, it's just flat colored, so a lot more consistent detail throughout.
There you go. This is a graphic upgrade coming with.
And nights are brighter now because those that lighting signal separation. So it's just it's a lot better in my opinion.
Yes. All right. Excellent. I'm gonna get out of the open. I'm gonna actually turn off dev mode real quick.
Can you see it?
I think I know where it is just by hitting it so much. So that's just pure muscle memory. All right, let's talk about other stuff.
We got a little grappling hook.
Oh,
situation.
scorpions and ancients.
Oh yeah, the scorpion.
The dawn of time.
Since the dawn of time, man has yearned to destroy the sun. And destroy
2012 era gameplay
Are
mechanics.
scorpions? I believe their original flavor.
2013, yeah.
2013.
They make the hurt feel good. Was their original shipping description?
Yeah.
So
They do. It feels good.
we have decided that if you actually, who remembers when we used to have the scorpion and underneath their name it would say, "We make the hurt makes the hurt feel good." I think was their original text description. I swear to, like, I'm not. Am I making this up?
I don't know.
Man, I hope you are.
I don't think I am. Am I wrong?
That feels familiar to me.
Makes the hurt feel good was the scorpion description. Am I crazy? Am I wrong? I remember that. Thank you. Well, you could be lying, but I remember. Makes the hurt feel good. Thank you. All right. We are going to talk about. You are correct. Yes. We're going to talk about scorpions and by effect, infested ancients as well.
Yeah, basically the pool mechanic is getting a look over. You know, it's similar to how we kind of approached the Eximus, particularly the drain one, trying to make it so that you can actually kind of do something about it, and a mechanic that might feel frustrating is a little more interactive. So you'll see right now, instead of hooking you and immediately knocking you to your ass,
This is the simulation. Oh, okay. So if that had hit
Missed.
me.
You're
So
you're just too good.
This
You're
is
just too
going to
good.
be Benny Hill music and the Devstream recap. I mean, obviously this is not a real gameplay scenario. I'm trying to show you something, so just keep that in mind.
okay, don't get violent with poor.
I just want her to make the hurt feel good. Make it scorpion. This is not a real gameplay scenario. This is a simulacrum. This would not be something you ever do on live. Whip me.
She's going to do it
Any day
in
now.
5, 4.
Oh, I missed again! Or is it, do I have a, oh, I think I have prime sure-footed. No, I wouldn't. Why would I have that on? I have iron skin. Let me use a little different frame just in case that matters. Let's throw on, who doesn't have prime
We
sure?
resisted the urge to increase the frequency because you don't want to make it more annoying while you're trying to make it better. At the
Do I
same
have prime
time.
sure-footed on? Because that will impact. Yep, okay. Well, I'm just going to try Baruch. Let's just see what happens. She's still going to be running around? Yeah, okay. Hit me. Probably could have just shown. Oh my god, my cat! No! Okay, this is Benny Hill 2.0.
Yeah, this is.
The point is,
We're
there's,
improvising here.
This is going well.
We're improvising.
the point is there's
But yeah,
counterplay.
there's a bit of counterplay to it.
You will no longer get instantly knocked down.
Yep.
You have time to react.
Yep.
She's not going to do it. 'Cause
And if you counterplay it, then this is kind of a bit of a stun, right? Like a knockdown.
she'll, yeah, if you bullet jump
On
away
her.
from it,
Yeah.
I swear to God it works and looks awesome, but, you know, the year is 2022 and she
Yep.
won't do
Yep.
what I want her
Make
to.
the hurt feel good.
Make the hurt
Yep.
feel. Maybe I'll just kill her and then her next spawn.
I was going to say, I'm almost certain that behind the scenes we throttle it so that
do it once.
they're
yeah.
not going to do it too many times.
All right, let's try this.
Maybe her sister will.
Maybe her
will
sister will
live
be
up
more
to the
compliant.
expectations.
There we go. Bullet
There we
jump.
go.
Oh, I parried it. No.
You're built different, right?
I'm built different. All right.
There is a lot of counterplay.
But this is the thing. There is, yeah, like, is it even a problem if it's this easy to not get knocked down?
Yep.
Obviously,
Yeah, this is one of those things where like the simulacrum really fails at
the
showing things. 'Cause
simulacrum will not.
once you're in normal play and you're not looking at them, they will pull you while you're looking away, and it feels unfair. So what it'll do now is you'll start getting like pulled towards them, so you'll know that that is happening, and then you can
Here we
either
go.
roll to knock.
Oh, I get pulled, and I bullet jumped, and I ragdolled it. I did it.
That was worth it.
Yeah. So you no longer get instant knockdown. You get pulled, and
Yep.
you can bullet jump to ragdoll them.
And you can also melee the rope itself, and that will stun
Yeah, you can
them.
also cut it
Yeah.
if you want to.
Yeah, there we go. I yanked her. I yeeted. All right, I need to do it again just because it felt so good. The hurt did feel good.
It did feel good.
Do it.
Good moment.
Plus you fell off.
Plus you fell off. Plus L. Okay. There we go. And this is also coming for ancients.
Did they make the ragdoll recovery better already?
Oh, maybe.
The angle looked better there.
It's
Maybe we're
it
just
really,
lucky.
it's very lucky.
This was just luck based. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right, so there you go. So now you can know you, the scorpions, after years and years of scorpion abuse.
Know you.
It is your turn to know you. It is your turn.
Know you.
So
like
that is, why don't you pull up that image, Dean, if you don't mind. So this is also coming with Echoes of the Zariman. The scorpions and ancients will have this treatment done to them so that this should be QOL. Yes, so the Chrysalith will have its fast travel if you've picked a bounty. It already has fast travel in the menu. This is just if you don't want to use the menu. The new bounty tiers added, open landscape fast travel, Scorpion and Ancient Changes, and new counterplay. So that's all coming as well. With,
And more.
and more.
A lot of QL stuff is great.
Yeah.
I guess the and more would be the arcanes.
Arcanes.
Do I
Changes.
do I mention the ribbon thing that we're changing?
Yeah.
We're looking at adding basically a kind of like we did with Wreckage, doing something similar for the ribbons, where essentially when you get a ribbon, you can have that one won't show the challenge until you install it. And the big advantage of that is that before it knows the challenge, we don't have to save it in a special way in the database, so it doesn't have to take one of your slots.
Yes.
So what that means is that now you could have like a whole bunch of ribbons that you get directly from a sortie, and as long as you don't equip them, they won't take they won't take a slot for ribbons, so that you can have a bunch of them. So that
I don't
will-
know if that's making.
that will not make it that. We just started working on that, so that will not make 1.1, but we are working on that. So yeah, expect that at some point. We have a few things to resolve, like for example,
Yes.
we were wondering, okay, let's say you have right now 10 build ribbons. Do we convert those into the version that stacks so that we free those slots? But maybe you like the
Some people like
challenges
the
that you
challenge,
had.
yeah,
So
and-
we're still sorting a few of those
I would say
details
don't
down.
do that. Actually, you know what? We still have so much more to go over. I just realized we
Okay.
only have, I don't know how much, 9 minutes left maybe, but we have lots to do still. So,
Okay, I'll shut up.
You do it.
so shut up. You don't have to shut up. It's fine. You can keep talking.
No, that's it. Basically.
Great. See, you shut yourself up. That's great.
Oh my goodness.
I'll just be working.
I
How
do.
about that TennoGen?
I do.
Prizes.
I,
We haven't done any
We haven't done
prizes.
any prizes. Oh my! We are the prize. All right. Aww.
Yeah.
All right. First platinum prize of the stream. 51 minutes in. Oops. How long do you think crossplay and progression will take to introduce? We're actively working on it. The team are reaching new milestones every day for crossplay and cross-save. But when we have something big to say, we'll tell you. There is a 0% chance I can read the names.
Max_Spectrum. 1,000 platinum. Whisper the Warframe Twitch channel you're watching right now with your in-game alias to the platform and play Warframe on, and we'll get your 1,000 platinum.
Perfect. Don't come to my screen yet, Dean. I'm going to pop in.
Why don't you do another platinum prize while she does that?
Yeah, we're going to go. Oh, Lord.
Do it too.
A twofer. Oh. Another 1,000 platinum has gone to Lurmix. I think that's an L. You want 1,000 platinum? Please whisper the Warframe Twitch channel you're watching right now with your in-game alias and the platform you play Warframe on, and we will get your 1,000 platinum.
So I can't say anything about crossplay, like even just things that they've done.
Go ahead.
You don't want me to say stuff in case I make mistakes of promising a win,
Yes.
right? Like, I wouldn't-
Terrified. I'm shaking right now.
Absolutely,
I-
I absolutely wouldn't do that. The latest thing that they just got working was changing all the chat backend so that per platform markers can be associated with names. So if you have Rebecca PC or Rebecca Xbox and that sort of thing. So that's like infrastructure in the back that needs to be changed for all this stuff to actually work and be certable on the platforms. So
It's all in development, folks.
yep. So lots of really good stuff that's being done and it's being actively worked on.
Yes. And yeah, so we'll give you more news on that. Good thing you didn't say it. Like it's long.
16,000 types that get run through this processor to make sure that all the network bits agree between all of our platforms. It's very exciting stuff if you're a programmer. Yep.
It is. It is. All right, we are going to take a look at the next round of TennoGen. If you don't know, we are on our 22nd round of TennoGen, meaning we've got to spend many a beautiful round with our artists in the TennoGen community, adding their content to the game for you to purchase. Revenue share, if you're on PC, goes to the artist. Otherwise, we work with our artists to buy out their items so that we can sell them on console as well. So we're going to show you the next round. We don't have a date for its release, and it is most likely going to release in 2 parts, similar to prior rounds, just because there's so much. We don't want to give you bajillions of things to buy in one go, so we'll do it in parts. So we will, we'll just go through it.
All right, we're going to start with the operator accessory of the, I'm going to pronounce all of these wrong, just know that ahead of time. The Carulia Visor, this is by Occululls, and Blazing Cobalt, little collab.
Incredible, very Lotus vibes.
Oh, biased. Oh, next up, we're going into Warframe skins and old helmets. This is the Vauban Bonaparte skin by Hydroxate and
You
Debbie
went there,
Sheen.
just okay.
Just straight up. It looks awesome. Look at it. It's so cool.
Oh yeah, I thought we put a subtle reference
We don't
to
name
it.
them.
Okay.
We
Oh,
don't-
they
the
do. Okay.
TennoGen artist name. So did you just insult Hydroxate and Debbie?
You'd never.
Okay. It's saying like they went there. That's all I said.
They do go there. Those two, they go there.
They go there. They went there.
Sometimes
love
you have
them.
to go
You know
there.
what?
Yeah.
They went there and I followed. All
Oh
right.
my God.
Just in case someone didn't get the Bonaparte reference.
All right.
Next up, an incredible Gara helmet. This is the Gara Adora helmet
so
by
good.
that one cactus and another blazing cobalt piece.
It's so beautiful.
It's a crown for
If
a
we
queen.
ever add chess to Warframe, we now have
Yes.
a queen.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Chess Warframe.
Nice.
Sudoku Warframe.
Come on.
All right. Lavos gets TennoGen, which we are absolutely here for.
We love it.
Oh, I love
Lavos
that headpiece.
Cuvial Alchemist skin by Ernix. They have done kind of that Cuvial line
Yes.
of TennoGen stuff.
Yes.
So Lavos gets integrated into part of that.
Are we adding liquid to the
There,
helmet?
it's missing the liquid right now.
No
So
fluid.
this is just no fluid in there. There will be though. So
Needs a
Very
refill.
mysterious.
needs a refill. Yeah.
He's thirsty.
Put some
Put some what?
toasted rice green tea in there.
Nope. Nope.
Next up, we have the Mesa Insomnia skin. This is by Goosemoo.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Full back dangles. Yep.
I
Beautiful.
like those, yeah.
Very, very nice. Octavia.
Next up, Octavia Manda
Santa
Coralist by
Very cool.
Kakarot 2812.
Incredible.
Doing her dance.
Oh, Wisp.
We have our girl Wisp with the Revuz skin by Malaya and characters I don't know that are not English, so I'm just gonna
All right.
give
Works for
that
me.
out.
Incredible. Wisp looking.
Okay, calm down.
I
Just
didn't-
because it's Wisp. calm
Just
down.
because it's Wisp, I'm just appreciating.
details, the
I'm doing a
details.
wide-angle shot of all the
Keep it
frames.
respectful.
I like the helmet though.
People see the frames from the back, Pablo. It matters. Okay, and then double Revenant round.
Double Revenant Day. We got this
Oh,
is the
very cool.
Revenant Ahriman skin by Volbjorn the Graphical Walrus.
Incredible. It's so visceral looking. Just
Yeah,
like,
it's like
come
lava.
on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Revenant.
It's like bone and lava. Like
love it.
that looks awesome. And then we have the Revenant Tenebris helmet by Oculals and Malaya.
Incredible. Perfect. Flawless.
Sweet.
And then last is the Volt Techno Shock skin by Master Noob.
Also incredible,
Very sleek.
beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
Very
sleek.
fast.
Is this also the one that made the Protea skin?
Yes.
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 Same family of looks. So
Master
techie,
Noob.
so beautiful. Incredible. All right, weapons.
Got 3 weapon skins. First one is the Dogma Heavy Blade by Felix Lionheart.
Beautiful.
Love that. Next is the Kalinex Polearm by Kakarot 2812. And then the Ulcerated Halberd Polearm by
Yeah, it has like a
Volborn
little
the
brain
Graphical
there.
Walrus.
Also rated, yeah.
Incredible.
Oh.
Beautiful. Oh, then we have the absolute goat of
Oh.
side
Also missing
bananas.
fluid,
Missing
but-
fluid. Well, we got some tea on offer.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
I can
cool.
put that,
Got
fill
tea?
it up.
This is the Alchemist Chem Tank Dana by Ernix.
That's a very cool idea.
So
That is
excited
super
for
cool.
it.
Can we basically contact Kojima and get authorization to put
Hey, Kojima,
A little baby in
need a
there.
fetus.
BB.
we need a BB in there.
Little BB.
What could we use?
baby
Do we have
Put a
any-
floof in there.
We could put a floof in there.
Little floating floof.
Yes. Oh,
Good.
oh, we could float. Yeah, like
Yeah, like bob up and down with the water. Or the floof.
We can't. That would be touching the artist's vision.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ernix, we won't touch. We won't touch.
Chest piece.
This is the Astera Chest Armor by LED 2012.
Beautiful.
This is the Lamasu Shoulder Armor by Lost Epoch.
Giving full-on sentient Shidu vibes.
Very nice. Like
Oh,
an eye
look at
looking,
this.
yeah.
This is the Paxis Shoulder Armor by Malaya and JD.
This is part of an existing line, the Paxis stuff.
It is indeed. This is these two are a set. This is the Piercing Eye Chest Armor by MZ3 and Haro Haro.
Beautiful.
And then the matching Piercing Eye Shoulder Armor
Yes.
by MZ3 and Haro Haro.
Great.
And then,
And then this is the Vakasa Plating Shoulder Armor by Blazing Cobalt.
incredible. And then for the landing craft Lizette Skin Enjoyers, we
Yes.
have
This is the Lasset Vamatar version 2.2 by Ventral Hound.
incredible.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It looks like sinew and bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like flames too.
Yeah.
I like the little.
Yeah, like the little
Yeah.
wispy cloud things there. It's
Yeah.
very, very cool design. Very, very beautiful.
Love it.
the
And
top
that's
is really
TennoGen Round
cool.
22.
Wow.
So thank you to all TennoGen folks. We do not have a date for this yet. We're going to do it in 2 parts, but this is the round that you can expect.
Yeah, some of these items.
Oh, I turned off my flash.
Very good. Who needs it?
Who needs it?
Who needs it?
Who needs flash? Actually, I guess.
The entire game.
Right.
Literally everything.
Why did you turn that off?
Because I don't like having the broken mini map when
Oh,
I'm
I
showing
see,
a
I see.
presentation.
I see. Very good.
It's It's a presentation choice.
Understood.
Oh no.
All right. Okay. Oh, so much more to show still. June is coming up.
It is.
June is soon. And
June. That's
June is
Sure is,
soon.
right?
We are
updating
the
you on the
calendar.
calendars. Yes.
June is soon, Tenno. You heard it here first. And this year we're doing an in-game Pride items. So last year we did a Pride color palette, and we have even more to bring this year. And we got to work with an amazing artist.
The always incredible Debbie Sheen. We work with her to create not only a Pride glyph, but also what you see here is the Pride display.
Yes, I think I have the glyph on. Yes, I do. So
Wonderful, love to see it.
Yeah.
It's very similar, again, designed by Debbie Sheen. And we are also bringing a similar palette to last year. Last year we had the Pride palette, but this year we've actually updated and made a new Pride palette. It's going to be the Pride Celebration color palette, and we actually worked with the Canadian Centre for Gender and Sexual Diversity to add some more colors to it. And there you have it. That'll be our June celebration. It's going to start on June 1st, and we have our prime time the next day. I don't mean to plug prime time, sorry. Our prime time the next day is going to be a big celebration.
change that letter prime to D, and it can be Pride time.
I love it.
And then you can.
I actually love it.
So how do we get it all?
It's all going to be...
How do I
How
get
do I
this?
get
have
all
this.
of
So
this?
it's all going to be in the market. All those 3 items will be in the market for you. And then we will be doing, like I said, our Pride celebration credits.
Okay.
And then we're also going to be
credits, yeah.
sponsoring some streamers for the month. More information on that is going to be in the Devstream overview if you want to take a look at that. But we are going all out for some really awesome Pride celebrations with a lot of our awesome creators as well. So I'm very excited for June.
And we got to work with Debbie again.
Debbie!
Yes. So this is there for you, kicking off all platforms with Pride Month.
There you go.
You can use your credits, get your goods.
Get your goods. Love to see it.
Yes. Oh, look at all the hearts in chat. Yes, yes, yes.
Know what I also love to see?
What?
A TennoCon digital pack.
Isn't that
Oh,
just it?
wow.
Wouldn't I love to know what's in the TennoCon digital pack?
They work so well together. This is crazy, right?
Man.
Why don't we have that
It's like,
synergy?
it's just like watching a tennis match.
You guys can try to get in on
Yep.
this.
We gotta
We're
work on
gonna have to practice.
Since the dawn of time, TennoCon has yearned to capture the hearts and minds of Tenno everywhere. Isn't that right, Megan?
This is true.
And what better way than to provide? I got nothing. We got cool stuff in the TennoCon digital pack. It's going to be launching later this year, but not too late because
Before TennoCon.
It's going to launch sometime before
You'll hear about it
TennoCon.
soon. You'll hear about it soon.
Read the funny papers, kids. You'll find them in there.
Good.
We will be showing you some stuff. First off, let's just show the emote first. We got actually, I already have it on. I could just do it. Baruch,
Just do it.
what
Do it live.
What are you thinking, Baruch? Where did I put the TennoCon emote? Here it is, TennoCon 2022. We got our, that's our,
Wow, the
Yeah.
flexibility.
Baruch was a perfect choice for this emote.
I wish I could do that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean,
Yeah. I mocapped that,
if we didn't
actually.
hurt ourselves laughing, you know? Maybe we could be able to do that.
Yeah, and then once you get out of it, you do a cool little flip.
As you do.
All mocapped by yours truly. That's why my back hurts. That's
Yeah,
the
that
real
was
reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because of the mocap.
Yeah.
Came straight from
So that
yeah.
emote is coming. We have an armor set coming. So this year we have the TennoCon 2022 armor set. Let's take a look at that. It has a chest piece. I think I can just type TennoCon and start.
You're going to see your collection.
I know. All right, so 2022. Let's actually
Keeping
oh,
the
it's
same kind of classic look as they have over the years, just kind of developing it a little bit
its
more.
own visual language.
Yes, the visual language.
Problem is TennoGen also shows up in the search query. So we have a pretty different silhouette for the arms this year. So this is a very different look. I'm glad that their offsets are done on Baruch. Thank you, team. Appreciate you every day. So this is going to look incroyable. Maybe I'll do random colors just to make them pop so you can see what's going on here. And then legs, of course.
Of course. Of course, the legs. The whole bundle.
Yes. So there we go. It has like a nice wispy sort of look there. All right. Do some random colors. So this,
Wow.
that looks,
It's a happy accident. Man.
yeah, that is fire. So this is the armor set that's coming with the pack. And then there's also Platinum coming. There's access to Barrow's special relay where you can buy everything Barrow's ever sold. And I'll just use the menu. There are operator skins, but also spoiler mode skins. Actually, if you haven't finished the new war,
Close
close
your
your eyes
and your ears.
and your ears, because this is relevant. Don't. That's not it. This is my look.
Don't look at this.
Don't judge. Don't judge me.
Jeez.
There is the TennoCon 2022 hood for Drifter and for Operator. So I can put on all my pieces here, my TennoCon suit, TennoCon arms. All of this is coming with the TennoCon pack for both Drifter and Operator. And we grab these as well. So, and I'll take off my ephemera because I know Steve will.
Well, just so we can see it all
Yeah.
more clearly.
So this is coming.
Can you show default? What does that look like?
Wow, subtle.
Yeah.
Just wondering. Wondering for the kids, not for me.
Jeff for too long.
No,
I
I'm just
know.
wondering.
Subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so default looks dope. Yeah, so that's part of the old TennoCon 2022 pack, as well as there's a glyph, there's a sigil.
Glyph sigil emo that you showed. There's a Sugatra as well. That armor bundle, and then the operator and spoiler suit bundle.
Yes, so let's take a look at this. We'll grab the Sugatra. It's going to be, let me see. I have a lot of Sugatras. Let's see.
So a question, drive-by, how more about more slots for operator customization? We are looking into that. Essentially, kind of like we do for other things. We just don't do it in that particular screen because the hookup, the pipes are different, but we're looking into it.
And the Sugatra, I think, is the longest Sugatra to date. And
Yeah,
it
that's
looks,
a scarf.
It's incredible. So if
You could hurt someone with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it has a beautiful cloth physics. It'll be looking beautiful on your melee weapons of choice. You introduced heterochromia and you chose a visor to hide it.
I mean, you could open it or close
You could
it.
open it. I didn't. Nothing's permanent there. So actually, so here's where things get a little spoiler intense. So if you haven't finished the New Warlick Way, because sometimes, this is just a generalization, there are bugs in Warframe.
No.
No.
And sometimes players want those bugs to be featured.
Oh, here we go.
Featured.
Oh, this is the voting. Okay.
No, this is not a vote.
I was like, where's this going?
Jeff voted no before he left, by the way.
Sometimes-
This is what he was voting for.
People like if bugs could be features. And there is a plea on Twitter from Quiet Archer. There is a bug that allows you to change your operator/drifter skin tone to any of the color palettes you have. So, for instance, you can kind of make like an Orokin-esque looking character. And I bring this to you
A little
on
dark elf style, yeah.
I bring this to you on the Devstream to have just a raw, honest conversation about how we're going to decide what to do about this bug. Because obviously you can only pull this off if you know the bug, which means if you...
Now everyone in chat's going to be looking, how do I do this bug?
Yeah, but like we don't know what we're going to do because it's not accurate to the lore. So what say you, Steve?
Strangely, I think you picked a very good shot to show it off.
Thanks, Quiet Archer.
And so,
I think that's cheating, to be honest.
so strangely, I'm kind of in support of it, but I'm sure there are most colors that I would not.
Yeah, I
would
want to
not
see
be
other
into.
colors.
Yeah,
So I can't make like a Marvel trademarked character that I won't
50,000
make.
plat maybe.
50,000 platinum to unlock it.
50,000 to unlock,
Interesting.
yeah.
Interesting. The honest truth is we don't know what we're going to do. There's clearly, I'm bringing it up here to discuss it so you guys can kind of get a front row seat to how we would make a decision about this. It's important that we want like a authentic experience that makes sense for the fiction of the world. If you finish the second dream and you're customizing your character and all of a sudden you can make your character have hot pink skin, that's a little weird, I think. Like it might take away from the emotional punchiness of that moment. I don't know.
I think most people would just make their character into Shrek, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you most
I'm waiting for
I
you
don't
to
think
keep
I don't
it.
think pink is the problem. It's going to be Shrek.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I mean, we already have Ronald McDonald Operator, you know?
and
Yeah.
Jeff, how do you feel about those, buddy?
I love it.
Oh, thanks, Jeff.
That's why I left early.
Yeah.
Didn't
We
wanna see
generally
this.
side with like player ownership. That's generally a big, pillar of Warframe is let players do what they will.
Yeah, that's right.
But there's obviously some, we also don't want it to be too crazy. So I don't know. We gotta revise it. Since we're shooting off the hip, my personal approach would be, let's maybe choose some colors that are a little out of the
Like
norm,
no Shreks.
but not like every color because some of them are gonna look insane.
Yeah.
But it is cool to allow for more for something that you might like, even because that example that you showed, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That's a tasteful version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Megan's version of it won't be so tasteful.
Which is, yeah.
I
rare-
wish you had a
rare.
I'm sorry, are you
screenshot of
Jeff?
Megan's
What is
version.
this?
One of us
My
has got to be.
side.
One of us has got to be. All right. So, yeah, see, the other thing, people want to keep pushing it, like, which is cool. Like, they want the whites of the eyes to be dyeable, too, so that you can make, like dark void eyes. Like, if you bet, that's the thing. Like,
Hey,
can-
kiddo, yeah.
But if the Oracan all have pure white eyes, so maybe we could get away with it. You know, the Oracan eyes are just, like, I don't know. Do you know, Steve?
Oh, I know. I know many tinting stories. Yep.
Sure.
I remember many, many years ago, I fixed the gamma correction of the colors and I had to undo it and add legacy colors because
still a
everyone
choker.
hated it. Because I'm like, it's not mathematically correct. I don't care. Give me that color back.
Yeah. Yep.
So there's there's a baggage in the code base for customization for sure.
Yes.
And we often have this even when we ship things and we're like, oh, that normal map setting was wrong. It's like, too late.
Too bad, and it's
Too
live.
bad it's out.
It's live. I think the only other thing to kind of talk about, so earlier in the year, we did some augment reviews from A to L. We got to Limbo, and I know you're kind of working through the list from Loki onward now, but it's not coming in Echoes of the Zariman, you're just looking at stuff.
Yeah, we kind of went through the list. Our initial intention was to make it, A to L and then just grab L to C. But now that I've actually gone through them, we're actually going to do L to S.
Did you know that
because-
our frames aren't equally distributed across the alphabet? So there's more frames on the L to Z side?
Essentially, I think right now we have 18 augments that are changing as part of that second batch. It is not for 1.1. It'll be after. that
31.6.
It will not be for whatever that number is.
Yeah. Get your
It'll
algebra.
be
Did
after
you know
that.
if we had Warframes that started with like the letter D, there would be more on the front end, so you wouldn't have had to split it into 3 parts? Like if every letter of the
I
alphabet.
don't know where this joke's going.
It's not a joke. I want
Oh, okay.
Sounded like a layup.
I wasn't
That
sure.
sounds like
yeah.
a layup,
For
and
sure.
I
I
was
missed
like,
this.
I don't
segment.
want to. I don't want to
I'm
be
not
part of
touching
this.
that.
The
No.
letter D, eh?
We don't have a frame that starts with the letter D.
Okay.
How is
So
that possible?
You want more D in Warframe. We understand.
You've been yeah, COVID done something to
Yep.
That's a good place to end the stream, isn't it?
Dio.
Deal.
you.
This is a disaster. This is a disaster by the end of it. Okay, anything else to go over?
You got it. You nailed it.
That's it?
That's it. That's all.
I mean, we still have another platinum prize.
Let's do a platinum.
All
prize.
right.
Oh, yeah.
The other prize.
The prizes. So when is this all coming?
June 9th.
June 9th.
Not everything, but a lot of
Sorry.
it. Yeah.
Most
No
of
augment
it.
stuff. We have movement tweaks for operator. We have Eximus tweaks. We have new features in the game mode. We have new Incarnon Weapons coming, new ephemeras, lots of new stuff, and by all means,
We have Flush. Oh. Flushes 1087? Flushes 1087? I don't know. You've won 1,000 platinum. Please whisper the Warframe Twitch channel you're watching right now with your in-game alias platform you play Warframe on, and we'll get your 1,000 platinum.
excellent.
Shall we do a Garuda?
We shall do a Garuda Prime Access. And then we'll wind down and wish everyone a happy weekend.
This is our last dev stream
It
till
is.
TennoCon.
Let's bring that image up again. Why is Cascade in question mark?
Emperor's K Reviler.
Emperor.
Oh, you made that font real big, Dean.
Thanks,
Yep,
Dean.
That helped a lot.
The geriatrics on the couch can all see now. Emperors underscore.
It suddenly got really big,
All
yeah.
right, congrats. You won Garuda Prime. You got to message us, and we will hook you up after the show. So thank you for that. Thanks for watching. Anything else to go over?
Just a lot of cool quality of life stuff. Got your fast travel inside fast travel.
Yeah. You can use the menu or the portal. That's like a role play thing.
Yep.
Like if I were, in a frame of mind.
You don't
or
want to
like-
be meta. You got to be
Yeah, I wanna
immersive.
use the portal. I wanna-
Immersive
exactly.
teleporting. Yes,
In
absolutely.
the orbiter, I walk. I know a lot of people use the menu. I walk.
Oh,
Yeah.
Walker.
Yep.
I'm not going to use my hand menu if I can walk around.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Different strokes for different folks. That's the nature of the beast. All right, anything else?
We got some Gift of the Lotus alerts coming up in, what time is it?
That's actually 15 minutes ago they went
It's
up.
50 minutes ago. Get your weapon adapters and your catalyst blueprints.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. You'll see this crew. Well, not, there's prime time still.
TennoCon is coming up.
TennoCon, July 16th.
Yeah, I guess there's just like general questions about the update, what's coming with Dorma Zones. You did a video that got circulated and people were like, oh, there's going to be more things coming there, which is true.
I did.
Yeah, there's like a, I think it was for the China build.
Oh, the
Q&A.
China.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of just, whenever I get those Q&As, I just kind of black out and I kind of
I know.
What did I say?
So hopefully it was right. I don't know
Yeah.
what I said, but
We talked about dorm zones because this is one of those things where people are like, but it's decorating, which we have a huge decorating community. But we also have people that like features and function because it's a video game. And there's stuff coming, so sit tight on that.
yeah, there's a bit there, but just to be clear, it is mostly about being a space that you own and that you can decorate in any way that you want. It is mostly about that, but we are adding a little bit of functionality there.
Yes, and there will be some flavor as well, if you already have seen maybe a hint or two. Oh, actually, one thing we didn't mention on one of the QL slides was one of the new enemies, which throws the spear that ceases transference. Currently, that nullifies powers, but that's being changed to not to do that anymore. If you recall, I think I have that on one of the QOL slides, Dean, that we didn't show.
Yeah, changing forced operator bubbles, so Cascade, Kuva, Trocarian,
Yes.
to not nullify powers.
Yes. So if you get hit with something that ceases your transference connection, it will no longer nullify powers. So that's coming as well. And we're actually changing Nox too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm having all these memories.
All these flashbacks. Yeah, we're changing Noxes a little bit. Essentially, I didn't know this until we actually kind of went in and started looking. They have the damage reduction for when you break the glass. I knew that part. But they have a second damage reduction when you don't, even after. And I wasn't aware of that one. So basically, if you look at some of the stuff we've been doing with the Eximus or with the Scorpion or with anything like that, we're trying to surface things so that you can actually read what's happening. A good example is, for example, the Ancient Healers, where they used to give everyone 90% damage reduction and immunity to CC, but then you didn't see any change to them. So now you see the Overguard bar, and you know, oh, that's what's happening. There's a little more chance of that. So it's essentially kind of like that with Nox. Essentially, what we're doing is removing the damage reduction from the glass, reducing that hidden damage reduction that they have, and then instead of that, putting Overguard on them that goes away when you break the glass.
That's cool.
So you can either just shoot through the Overguard if you want, or you can just destroy the glass and the Overguard goes away.
So you're exposing what used to be a lot of hidden DR. It's now there. We're using the Overguard feature. No.
Yeah. Given the way that the damage reduction was working, they're going to end up less tanky than they are right now in live, just because the way those damage reductions are stacked, I would have to have some crazy numbers on Overguard to match it, so we won't go that far. But it will be essentially that's kind of the take. So they'll be less tanky, but while the Overguard is up, it does have now the resistance to CC. So it's kind of a give and take there. But again, when you break the glass, immediately the Overguard goes away. You don't have to.
This is going to get reactions. Let's talk about them.
Yep.
So with Overguard, when you have a mob shooter like Warframe, you have, let's say, 3 Eximus among 20 grunts. Those 3 Eximus, until you get rid of Overguard, they can no longer be CC'd by frames that do CC powers. We're taking Overguard, we're taking the values of it, we're cutting them in half, so it's going to be easier to break it. But overall, there are people that do not want CC to be prevented by Overguard.
Right, and that basically one of the things that we've had for like many years. I've heard for ages like, oh, add more intelligent AI or more challenging AI and stuff like that. You could add like the most smartest AI in there, but then if you press one button and you get CC, then it just kind of is over, right?
CC means crowd control for that whoever just asked into.
Crowd control. So it's one of those things that is, before we started the stream, I was looking at the pre-stream chat and they were going like, the game's too easy and everything's too simple, and so. At the same time, we just said like we're gonna nerf the Eximus and kind of reduce that part, how often they are unCCable. But when we played it initially, when we did the changes to the Eximus, we played it without the CC protection, and essentially you don't notice them. Like essentially, when you're in a squad of 4 random Warframes, you will have incidental CC most of the time. Be it from shooting them and then your slash procs are staggering them, or someone pressed 4 attacking something else without even noticing. Like you essentially did not notice the Eximus because of that. So that is essentially what it's trying to do. Now, obviously, that has some consequences, 2 that I really don't love, but that is kind of the reality of things. is CC frames obviously are more affected by this. Any frame that most of their power comes from CC and everything. Obviously, the fact that those Eximus are not CC'd, obviously that's problematic. We did look into some options. At some point we had it like maybe every time they resist a CC, we lower the overguard, kind of like we have for the augment with Inaros, you know. But it was confusing, like it was just not something that you could really understand. Why did I stun them and that lowered? It was not too straightforward. So we kind of moved away from that. We did consider moving the Eximus to only like the harder missions, so take them out of the base missions and just put them in, you know, the sorties, the steel path and all that stuff. But in my opinion, they make the game more fun to have those peaks and valleys of you got the normal mobs and all of a sudden you got one that's tougher and you have to focus. Yeah, in general, I feel like it makes the game better. It does have drawbacks, like I said, for CC frames, and maybe that's something we'll keep on.
I think
looking at.
I don't even know if the slide was up, to say it, but it's an ongoing discussion and feedback loop forever. We are almost at 50 Warframes. I love some of my CC frames, like Nyx has been my girl, and we're just going to keep playing. We're going to keep tweaking. We're looking for these peaks and valleys. Changing the Eximus overall had a huge impact on the pace at which you're playing the game and the way your tools work. But I think there are some problems where Warframe can become too easy. Like if you just, and being a god, complex, all those things are good and it's great to feel powerful. We just need to keep tweaking and experimenting and trying new things all the time.
Yeah, and even there, like, we saw, and we weren't showcasing that, but when you use the power reft, you two-shot the Eximus.
Yeah.
So we also have to like be very aware of the fact that sure it's harder, but it's not like we just made it, the Dark Souls, like let's not kid ourselves. And also it has, even though it has a drawback for CC frames, it does have some uplifting for support frames where, now that you have that threat of those enemies attacking you, there's more value to healing. There's a little more value to energy when you get hit by the
make
balls.
proc if you don't dodge it, yeah.
So, give it and take it, We're gonna it balances.
And generally speaking, this is sort of the way we work. And this is the invitation that anyone that's a part of our community is invited to, which is things are going to change all the time. We're going to be making tweaks. We're just doing what we think is best for the game that we love. A lot of us have been working on it for like 9 years now.
Yep.
Nothing that we've ever put in the game is done with ill intent. It's done with true philosophy to just change things up, keep it fresh. We see people complain about things, but sometimes you really need to distill it. Like, are they bored because everything's too easy? What does challenge mean to certain players? And we just try. And some things take time. We're going to keep going at it, and we'll be talking a lot more about all of these things maybe not, but we're going to be showing you new stuff to play, different things, different features at our next stream, which is TennoCon. So
The big one.
Right, the big one. The big one of the year.
7 year. Oh, I just saw someone's comment, but it went away. Tortilla Deluxe.
Chat's
skin?
a bit divided as well, I
Let's
think,
see, is chat
about
divided?
CC as well. I think it's some are thinking it's good and some are frustrated, and CC still works for the other things and gives you a chance to focus and that sort of stuff. So there's a trade-off there, in terms of how those Eximus work and stand out more.
Yes, there is a lot of Tortilla Deluxe and Zaku questions. I think we'll talk about both those at TennoCon. What else is there? Make Garuda's Claw. I didn't see that one too fast. Drop, please. Don't know if you got that.
Drops.
Let's go. Love the energy. Love what you're serving. Let's see. Dormizone something. Oh, it's going too fast.
Going so fast. I can't.
What
read
about
it.
Crocs for operator? Great.
Ooh.
There's
Glad you caught that one.
bonkers.
Shrek operator with Crocs.
Yeah.
That
Oh
was
God.
the
Oh God.
best. Yeah.
Oh God. Chat. What are you doing? I can't read. Let's see. Oh. Okay. We'll have to have some of these. Let's see. Oh God. No Crocs. Okay. Things have gone too far. I can't take it. Oh, Morbius. Great question. Yes, we will have.
Morbius frame
We're adding new operator dialogue. They're going to say it's Morbin time.
to acknowledge
Get
the
some crossover
masterpiece.
going. Love it.
Don't sue us.
Love it.
I'm going to legally change my name to Morbius so they can't be sued.
Oh.
It's a good.
She just spoiled that the
good
new
dodge.
Dormison thing is that you can watch Morbius in the
Yeah,
back
we're
display.
adding Vista.
Morbius.
Oh, there is one more prize?
Morbius.
What's the prize?
1,000 Morbinum.
Oh my god. All right, let's go.
It is off the rails now for sure.
I haven't seen it, but I will. Addict Frost Eye,
Oh, wow, good for you.
I think. You won. Your Frost is with a 0. So congrats, and message us and we'll hook you up.
Platinum.
It's platinum, obviously. Yeah. There will be blink pads on Orvalis, and there will be blink pads on Cambion Drift.
Yep.
Okay. There
All
you
of
go.
them, yeah.
There you go. It can help some players get around should they choose not to Arcwing or such. Dean is drunk with power, it's true. So drunk with power he could end the stream at any time because he could just cut me off mid-sentence.